seizes cannabis indica consignments worth 157 million naira. And welcome to the news desk at 3 on NTA News 24. We're live in Abuja. I am Dennis Adegunloye. Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Gas, Ikperikpe Ekpo, has reassured global investors of Nigeria's favorable investment climates and dynamic policy reforms under President Bola Tinubu. This was as Ekpo highlighted the administration's commitment to unlocking the nation's abundant gas potential through regulatory stability, infrastructure expansion, and private sector partnerships at the Abu Dhabi Sustainability Week. Lydia Sampson reports.
At the panel discussion, Ikperikpe Ekpo emphasized that recent reforms have continued to foster transparency, promote cleaner energy, and drive industrial growth.
To say that today in Nigeria, before development of any asset, we have to take into consideration the environment. We align the two to ensure that decarbonization is guaranteed, innovation is attained, and industrialization is equally attained. According to my president, we are looking at making Nigeria a gas economy.
The minister invited investors to leverage Nigeria's disposition as Africa's gas hub, underscoring that the Tinubu-led government prioritized sustainability and energy transition goals. In Abuja, Lydia Sampson, NTA News.
Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, says President Bola Tinubu is laying strong foundations for long-term growth and shared prosperity. The minister reaffirmed this when he received members of the Grassroots Advocacy for Tinubu GATT 2027 on a courtesy visit. In a statement by the Special Assistant Media to the Minister, Rabiu Ibrahim, the minister said the administration has taken bold and sometimes difficult decisions to place Nigeria on a more sustainable path, emphasizing that early signs of recovery are becoming evident across key sectors of the economy. The minister commended the GATT 2027 group for its civic engagements and acceptance of responsibility in supporting accurate public information, and welcomed the group's proposal for partnership with the Federal Ministry of Information and National Orientation in the areas of public enlightenment, youth engagement, and strategic communication. He said President Tinubu is committed to making Nigeria work for all citizens, regardless of religion or background, stressing that national cohesion remains central to the administration's vision. GATT 2027 National Coordinator, Professor Ochugudu Achoda Ikpuwele, said the group came to formally brief the minister on its activities and to show solidarity with his mandate of informing Nigerians and clarifying government's policies. Civil society organizations are partnering with the National Orientation Agency to promote a National Values Charter in order to reorient citizens towards building a generation of patriotic Nigerians. The advocacy is to mobilize Nigerians to lead the movements for a values-driven culture as a foundation for sustainable developments under the nationwide Value Reorientation Campaign, which also has the support of the National Youth Service Corps. Emphasis will be on promoting the 7 national ethics that include discipline, integrity, dignity of labor, social justice, religious tolerance, self-reliance, and patriotism, thereby reawakening the consciousness of Nigerians to these core values. The target of the campaign is to internalize the national core values in homes, workplaces, and schools, among other institutions, thereby projecting Nigeria's image at home and abroad.
And expand the NOA GSC CDS nationwide, ensuring that young Nigerians become ambassadors of ethical leadership and responsible citizenship. And to every Nigerian listening today, be the integrity you demand, be the discipline you expect, and be the patriot you desire. Together, let us make Nigeria the global reference point for values, ethics-driven, sustainable prosperity.
Meanwhile, National Chairman of the Boot Party, Sunday Adenuga, says time has come for Nigerians to proudly identify not only along ethnic lines, but to transform these rich identities into a shared national consciousness capable of driving development. Adenuga, in a statement, says what once defined Nigerians, such as indigenous medicine, endangered languages, wildlife heritage, and cultural depth, are gradually being eroded. This, he says, is a national issue, and patriotism can only be evident in what Nigerians promote, consume, and repeatedly allow to shape the collective mindset. Adenuga adds that there must be deliberate policies to counter harmful portrayals and encourage balanced, respectful representations of broader African traditions, such as Isheshe, which encompasses the foundational cultural heritage and indigenous spiritual beliefs of the Yoruba people. A confident Nigeria, he believes, can emerge when every culture within it is treated as an asset. Now, in a country where many have ideas but struggle to express them, the ability to speak clearly is no longer a luxury, it is a survival skill. In this report, Ibrahim Danhamidu followed members of Toastmasters International Premium Club in Abuja as professionals came together to sharpen communication and leadership skills that are increasingly vital to national development.
So if we are in a good place, we strive to a better place.
The session brought together members of Premium Toastmasters Club International, focused on improving how they speak, listen, and lead. The approach is practical. Learning happens through speaking roles, active listening, and constructive feedback in a supportive environment.
Emotional intelligence is your ability to manage not only the emotions of the people you relate with, but also your own emotions.
For many participants, the goal is not perfection, but progress, gaining clarity, confidence, and structure in how ideas are expressed, whether at work, in leadership, or everyday life. The process is simple. Learn by doing, improve through feedback.
Total quality management is identifying whatever value, whatever vision, whatever principle.
Beyond speaking, the focus also extends to leadership, encouraging responsibility, teamwork, and self-awareness.
As a leader, I've discovered occasionally where to step in.
Improve yourselves. It's not enough to sit down and criticize.
Nations don't rise on ideas alone. They rise on people who can express those ideas clearly and act on them.
If the communication is not clear, that's where misunderstanding arises.
One of the key differences between Toastmasters and other platforms is we don't judge our people.
It's been a long journey from there to where I am today. Today I've spoken in conferences across the world. I've spoken to audiences that span over 1,000 people, compared to where I was coming from.
If the skills of the leaders in the society are at high standards, invariably it will translate into good governance.
Ibrahim Danhamidu, NTA News.
Now, for the fourth time in a year, Kannywood actors, media professionals and social media influencers have assembled in Kano to draw attention to the impact of federal government interventions across northern Nigeria. The engagement focuses on major development initiatives of the President Bola Tinubu administration while mobilizing sustained public support for ongoing national programs. Awal Salisu reports.
Kano has once again played host to a convergence of Kannywood actors, media practitioners and social media influencers, all united by a common goal to amplify awareness of federal government interventions across northern Nigeria. The engagement serves as a platform to showcase key development projects and policy initiatives of the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu-led administration, highlighting their impact on communities and livelihoods across the region. Participants at the forum emphasized the importance of strategic communication in bridging the gap between government policies and the public, noting that informed citizens are more likely to support and sustain national programs.
Key developments include the Adamawa-Fufure-Cameroon border, the Mina to Kontagora Road, and the long-delayed Diko Junction, now nearing completion, as well as the overhead bridge leading to Mina town.
Most of our people are thinking that Mr. President is not doing anything in northern Nigeria. But when we go around, especially where the places that we have seen in the video, we have seen very, very many projects that is going on now in Nigeria, in northern Nigeria.
By leveraging the influence of film, media, and digital platforms, the gathering seeks to deepen public understanding, encourage constructive dialogue, and strengthen confidence in ongoing efforts aimed at national development. As these engagements continue, stakeholders believe they will further enhance public participation and reinforce collective support for the administration's vision for northern Nigeria and the nation at large. In Kano, Awal Salisu, NTA News.
The Nigeria Customs Service Western Marine Command has intercepted a large consignment of cannabis indica worth 157 million naira, with seizures between April and December 2025 worth over 1.7 billion naira, as part of steps to combat smuggling of illicit drugs through Nigeria's waterways. Joel Pukwola reports.
The Western Marine Command of the Customs is leveraging the successes recorded in the year 2025 to reinforce its mandate on border protection. The Customs Area Controller in charge of the command, Patrick Ntadi, says efforts will be redoubled to sustain the onslaught against smuggling of narcotics on waterways, which led to the seizure of 20 bags of cannabis indica abandoned by the smugglers upon sighting men and officers of the Marine Command.
The team recorded the successful escort of 21,414 containers from the main port to various bonded terminals, ensuring compliance, transparency, and efficient movement of cargoes. So this month we will take delivery of 7 boats, and when we do, we will get into the sea. We will be more efficient.
Acting on the controller's directive, Assistant Controller Charles Oputa formally handed over the seized cannabis indica to officials of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency for necessary action.
This weighs 601 kg and is about 1,205 loaves of cannabis indica. So this was actually achieved through the unwavering efforts by officers during their routine patrol, by shared intelligence.
The investigation will commence and the outcome will determine what the exhibit will be. Though there are no suspects, the only thing is available before us is for us to confile the case while seek the approval from the Federal High Court for the destructions.
The controllers of Apapa, Tinkan Island and PTML Command were appreciated by the controller of Marine Command for supporting the fight against economic sabotage and their positive impact in year 2025. In Lagos, Joel Ukwola, NTA News.
This is the news desk at 3 on NTA News 24. More reports in a moment. Stay with us.
From all of us at Erisco Foods, the festivities are already in the air, and we'd like to especially thank you for your continued patronage of Erisco Foods, the only tomato brand to win the National Productivity Order of Merit Award by the federal government of Nigeria. With our proud Nigerian products and services, we are continuing to create thousands of jobs for our people and for the growth of our economy. Thank you, our esteemed customers, distributors, and partners. Yes, the taste of Nigeria is the taste of celebration and the taste of goodwill and good cooking. We care for your good health and long life. So cook right and eat healthy to live longer. Always buy Erisco products. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And the National Productivity Order of Merit Award goes to the only tomato paste manufacturer to win the National Productivity Order of Merit Award by the federal government of Nigeria, endorsed by the Association of Private Medical Practitioners of Nigeria. This is an evidence of 100% natural goodness, great quality and great taste. So eat healthy to live longer. Use Erisco tomato paste and products. 100% natural tomato. Now Monday. Better food now correct. Buy now and enjoy up to 20% discount.
The power of precision, engineered to perfection. Every component is crafted with care, and each design is meticulously tested. From concept to creation, our engineers push the boundaries of technology, seamlessly blending performance and sustainability with a deep commitment to African ingenuity. Introducing the CNG Boss, a remarkable achievement in engineering designed to operate on compressed natural gas, a cleaner and more sustainable fuel alternative. At Innocent Vehicles, we proudly lead the way in creating greener mobility across Africa. And it doesn't stop there. From SUVs to sedans, spacious buses to electric cars, Innocent offers a wide range of models designed to meet every need. Innocent Vehicle, the pride of African roads.
This is NTA News 24.
Welcome back. To enhance public safety and prevent crime at the Second Niger Bridge linking Delta and Anambra states, the Minister of Works, David Umahi, has inaugurated a CCTV monitoring center in the area. Details with Thelma Eliogu.
To commission this center, I do this in the name of the Father, the name of the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
The CCTV project, which is about 11.9 kilometers, reflects President Tinubu's commitment to safeguarding strategic national infrastructures, enhancing traffic management, and ensuring the safety of road users across Anambra and Delta corridors. The Minister of Works, Senator David Umahi, who had earlier inspected the ongoing construction of the access road to the Second Niger Bridge, commended the quality of work done so far, but urged the contractors to hasten up.
The intention is to bypass the township so that if you are coming from any way to engage the Second Niger Bridge, you will not go through the township so that to avoid a hold-up. Contract sum 179 billion, 30% fully paid, and contractor is doing extremely very well. But I need to set a new target. We have to complete and commission 50% of this project by the end of April.
The Asaba of Asaba, Professor Epiphany Azinge and Igwe of Obosi, Obichudubem Iweka, commended President Tinubu's efforts.
We want to commend you, and through you commend Mr. President, for the good job that is being done around our axis, and still ask you that we want you to come back for something more.
We are very happy for what the President has done for us.
The CCTV monitoring center will be managed by the Commissioner of Police, Delta State Command. In Asaba, Thelma Eliok, NTA News.
Meanwhile, Lagos State Commissioner of Police, Olondare Jimoh, says the command has been repositioned and empowered with the deployments of closed-circuit TV on the Third Mainland Bridge to effectively carry out surveillance activities and detect crime on the 11.8-kilometer bridge. Musa Toliat reports.
The deployment of surveillance camera on Third Mainland Bridge by the Minister of Works, David Umahi, is complemented by a command and control room where trained police personnel monitor movements and activities on the bridge. Commissioner of Police Olondare Jimoh says for every 100 meters on the Third Mainland Bridge, there is a fiber-to-pole camera technology that makes it easy to zoom to details and alert the police command when the need arises.
It equally strengthens our capacity to be able to protect life and property much more, in the sense that in the past, we see instances where people want to jump into the water on the Third Mainland Bridge. The camera can pick on time, and the intervention team can quickly move in swiftly on time to rescue such individuals.
CP Jimoh says the Lagos State Security Trust Fund and Works Minister also donated operational vehicles already deployed inwards and outwards the bridge. A patrol boat from the Works Minister and the construction of a jetty complement police security architecture on Lagos Lagoon.
This is the 5th
control room in Lagos. In case of any crime that's committed and those who commit the crime want to get away, the camera can zoom, it can take images, it can take picture that will be uploaded to us and will be circulated, and promptly we'll be able to apprehend the offender. Virtually all the area extending to a lot of locations in VI, equally in Ikoyi, and equally further than that are captured on that camera. So in crime prevention and control, this is superb.
He reassured residents that security of lives and property remains on front burner, while saying that there is now a real-time detection and response to crime and traffic situation on 3rd Mainland Bridge. In Lagos, Musa Toliat, NTA News.
Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Mohammed Ali Patti, alongside the Director General of the National Health Insurance Authority, Dr. Kelechi Ohiri, has inaugurated the NHIA prototype building in Owerri, Imo State. Speaking at the event, the minister described the inauguration as a significant milestone in Nigeria's drive to strengthen the health insurance system and expand financial protection for citizens. He noted that the new office symbolizes the federal government's commitment to ensuring that more Nigerians can access quality healthcare without financial hardship. Professor Patti emphasized that expanding health insurance coverage remains central to achieving universal health coverage in Nigeria.
It's so vital that we continue to make progress in expanding access, but also expanding coverage for all Nigerians. And I want to commend the Imo State government and the governor in particular for his incredible leadership in driving expansion of health insurance coverage in Imo State, complementing the vision of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the federal government's own policy direction.
This was a project that started by previous NHIA chief executives, and with glory to God, today we have finally come to a point of completion so that the NHIA staff can have a befitting location to actually work to the benefit of all Nigerians.
And the federal government has approved the establishment of a national task force on clinical governance and patient safety to tackle preventable deaths and improve the quality of healthcare delivery across Nigeria. A publication from the Ministry of Health says the move comes amid growing concerns over medical errors, poor patient outcomes, and declining public confidence in the health system. The task force is designed to strengthen accountability, improve clinical standards, and reduce avoidable harm in both public and private health facilities. Officials say poor quality care accounts for a significant proportion of preventable deaths in low and middle income countries, including Nigeria, despite recent gains in access to health services. Aligned with the Nigeria Health Sector Renewal Investment Initiative and the Health Sector Strategic Blueprint 2023 to 2027, the task force will develop national frameworks, standards, and monitoring systems for clinical governance and patient safety. Its work will conclude incident reporting, quality improvements, workforce capacity building, patient engagement, and enforcement of ethical and professional standards. The task force, with an initial renewable tenure of 12 months, is expected to meet at least monthly and will coordinate efforts across federal and state governments, regulatory bodies, professional associations, and the private sector. Towards complementing government efforts as poverty and hunger eradication, an empowerment and humanitarian initiative has been unveiled to achieve this and bring succor to vulnerable populations in Nigeria and beyond. The founder and president of the Ologondina Jay-Z Foundation, Ambassador Rachel Ojuade, described the initiative as a practical expression of service to humanity, emphasizing that love for God must be demonstrated through meaningful support for people in need. She explained that the focus is on empowering the less privileged through skills acquisition, vocational training, and sustainable economic opportunities.
This is a global call to serve people. Before you can show love to God, you have to practicalize it in human. So it's the act of our service, rendering help for people that are helpless.
that concludes the News Desk at 3 on NTA News 24. Thanks for watching. I am Dennis Adigunloye.